Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday to you all. We are going to be doing another, almost like an all-size reading, but it will be a different reading as well. Remember that, keep in mind that you will remember to subscribe to my channel and give it a like at the same time. Remember that this is going to be very good and precise of knowing to be what's right, what's wrong, and whatnot. But this is going to be good. It's like if you're looking at on your left side, you're looking at my left side. If you're looking at the on my right side, you're looking at the right side. And this is what it seems to be nowadays because we have to figure out who's doing this, what's doing this, who's behind it, who's not. But we're going to figure this out. And we have to remember that when we do things for granted as what they are and seem to be, that's what it is, right? And that's what it seems to be. Okay, so we will think about this as what we're going to experience, and that's what it is, right? And it seems to be biological, where everything seems to be all switched and all dandy and whatnot. But this is what it seems to be nowadays because we don't know who's doing this, what's doing this, and I know that energies can switch by day. So, when I think about this from time to time again, it kind of changes. Changing is like it's like changing like bread and butter, for example. Like you have bread and then you change it, right? And from a time like this, uh, that's what it seems to be, right? So that's why you have to know about the ins and outs and all that stuff. But the point being is that this is what it is, okay? I know that it seems to be very impossible to know about what's happening and what's going on and whatnot, but that's what it seems to be. And everything is like a direction. Everything is like a mini pause direction, and you don't know what's going on. You know, um, because that's what it is, right? And when I do these videos, it's very learning about what's going on from your Pacific world or your life. And that's what it is, right? But the point being is that when I do, the oracle cards, the playing cards, the tarot situation, and even dice as well, you know, that's what it is, right? That's what it seems to be. That's what it kind of is at the moment, right? And that's what it kind of is. It's like almost like a give and take situation, right? So that's what it is. And before I get started, there's only one thing that you must learn is pay attention because when I when I decide about asking questions or something, and let's say for example you would ask me a question or something on comments or something, that's what it seems to be, right? And I hope that I can have more subscribers than less than 5 subscribers, okay? Like I need more than that. So, remember about asking your grandma or asking your grandfather or asking about your family or something. Hey, guess what? You want to subscribe to Zoe Alex or something? Go ahead, you know. So that's what it is. And I hope that you will decide about this. I hope that everything will be all easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it's it's different. And that's what it is. Okay, so I'll make sure that everything will be all great and dandy, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so here we go. On to the left side, we have the Four of Wands reversed, and we have the Chariot is upright. That's interesting. The Four of Wands reversed means that you're not married. Okay, you're not going to get married. And that's troubling some for most people. Maybe they are going to get married when they get a chance to, maybe they're not. Uh, that's what it is. Okay. and that's what it seems to be. But nowadays, when you decide about this as marriage proposal, or if it's a thing, if it's an upright, then you're going to get married. But when it's reversed towards me, it means that you're not going to get married. And besides, it could be a different month. It could be maybe when you get a chance to of that. And that's what it seems to be nowadays. But the point being is that that's what it is. Like the charity card is like, you know, charity card almost describes about the lover's card, right? The chariot is uh, almost like getting married or something in some way, but it's a different aspect. It's a different way. Okay, that's what it is. Now, what's the opposite card for? So tell me, what's the opposite card for reversed of the Four of Wands? Tell me something. Who's doing this? We have that. And we have that. Okay, so we're going to figure this out. And let's do it on, okay, so we have, I know we have the four. We have the four of, the four. Well, this is like the cat situation, right? The four is this. We have, I don't know why we have the cat situation here. Uh, great. There's the three of hearts. I know what that cat reversed is. Right here, I don't know. I don't know. I don't usually use these cards very often. Um, I just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a new standpoint, a different cards. Just be right back. This is what it seems to be like when I have different ways. So let's, where was I? Oh yeah, so what's the opposite of the Four of Wands reversed? So on the right side we have, because of what's going on here, we have the Nine of Cups reversed, and then we got the Page of Cups upright. So there is something in between this category here where everything can be spick and span. Like there is always a different aspect of it where, the Nine of Cups reversed, if I look at the Ten of Cups, means that you have everything. The Nine of Cups is like you're close to have everything, but you're losing it all. You're losing it. Like you it's like in a way that you're gonna say, I can't do this anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't uh anything. Like you can't. And I know it's a pain. I know it's really a pain. But you know what? You have to remember that everything can change once in a while in life. everything can change because when you decide about getting married, when you decide to, you will get married, you will get everything that you want. But in some way, in some other, you have to remember that everything can be spick and span, but not really. It's an impossible thing to do. It's a very impossible thing to do because that's what it is. And that's what it decides to do. Now the point being is that in that situation, in that category, that's what it seems to be. Now let's take this as a good notification. You know what I said about notifications in my last few videos? I said that notifications is like you're getting them by phone. You're actually going to get them by phone. So that's what it is. So let's see what's going on with this situation here. Tell me something. So let's see. Let's let's see. It says the three of spades. Now let's see what this is. Let's see what it says in this book. So the three of spades represents, okay, so it represents a boat, but it means that the timing is from 21st to 31st of January. Now, we are in the 23rd, 20, yeah, the 23rd, I believe. So in that time frame of from the 21st to the 31st, good thing this card came up. It says for advice, it says, depart without regret. It's time to change the scenery and widen your horizons. Now that could be a personal thing. You could do that. You could even do that. There's always something like there's feelings, there's success, there's money, there's unexpected events. Like unexpected events, like it says, you know, let's see. Um, Position 3, unexpected events. It says surprise transfer and interesting training course overseas. Or it says for C, it says regret, nostalgia for abandoned study or work. Or position 4, it says for letter D, it says new work contract linked to tourism, ecology, or the environment. Or C, exhausting but well-paid work takes you away from home. So, if you save all the monies, like for example, like for position 1 from the past, it says thanks to duties away from home, you have accumulated fairly good savings. Like in that situation aspect where you can actually have like you can like save all this money and do what's right, and you can save all the money until you get married. That's what it is, right? And and when I like try to do these readings as a good time experience, it's a way of how I feel, right? I feel like this reading is very, very good, very, very interesting, but in a way, it kind of feels like everything can be different in some way and somehow. Where where when I think about this in a way of how I feel right now, it kind of like changes, right? Like the three of spades, it could represent, when I look at the three of spades here, it represents air signs right away. It will be represents like Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in that situation. but not really, because in that note here, the number card 3, it represents, from the 21st to the 31st of January. It could be this year, it could be last year. But you have to remember that when you see this as a way of how I'm expressing this, that's what it is. Okay? It's like a mini pause situation. You're trying to not have a mini pause situation. You're trying to do what's right and what's wrong, right? And that's what it is. Because in that situation, there's always a possible feeling. There's always something to do than having nothing to do, right? And that's what it is, right? So if you think about this, I hope that you will get this, okay? That's what it is. Now, I'm going to do the playing cards to see what's happening. Um, I'll do dice, and then we're going to end it, alright? So I'm not going to make this video any longer, but that's what it is, okay? Now, this is what it's going to be. I wonder who's following you in this situation. If this is what it seems to be. And the card is the Jack of Clubs, which means in the playing card situation, it is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius in this situation. So they are following you in this situation. Um, Preferable that as the way of how you feel, the way how you act, vice versa. You can always take this as for granted. You can do this as being mindful, what have you. So you can have that in that situation. Um, all of a sudden I'll keep bringing up all the information here, but let's see what that is until we end the video. So that's what it is right now. Um, let's see, in this reading, let's see. So we have the 2, 5, 1, and then 2. We have the number 4, which means it could be the number 4 represents March in this situation, but I'll do it. It will be 2 Januaries, so 2 Februaries, 1 January, and May and March, the number 4. So that's what it is. The number situation, it could be 1, 2, 2 and 5. You could be if you do 12 is 1, 2. You can do 2, 1 is like 21 in this situation. You could do 25, or you could do 52 in that situation. So all these age numbers you can remember, and you can say about the number 4. That's what it is. The number 4 is that. It could be, yeah, so that's what it is for that one. There's more to this, but I'll add more of this stuff in the description box. What does it say? So 1 and 2 represent gathering. 2 and 5 is credible witness. Like even if you have that. 5 and 2 represents, let's see, mentorship. So that would be that way, and then yeah, yeah. So 2, 5, yeah, is credible there, and then mentorship and stuff. So if you think about this in a way, that's what it is. You can even do 2, 1 represents gratitude at the same time, right? So that's what it is. The houses is for Aries. Second house is Tauruses for the two houses. And then the fifth house is Leo if you're in your chart. So that's what it is. And basically you have for letters you have B and H. So you could have Brenda or Henry or something like that. For February, for Aquarius situation and Capricorn, A and G. Like if you do the letters, they could be, Abigail or Gail or something like that. Number 5 is May for Taurus, and it would be F and D. Could be Fred or Derek or Dylan or something. Any about those letters, those names, I can try to describe you. So that's what it seems to be. Before I let you all go, there's only one thing that you must learn is to pay attention. And when you pay attention, you know what this is describes to you. I know that you might have an interruption that you had before, but that's what it seems to be. Okay, and remember, you have to remember about what I'm saying to you because it does make sense. And when it does make sense, you'll know what I mean because that's what it is, okay? Because when you're in this situation, you're trying to get what you want, try to get everything what you want. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. And remember, subscribe. Thank you. Bye for now.